Hey, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm still trying to get this adjusted to my Bluetooth. Alright, it's showing still connecting, so.
Alright. Alright. No.
Huh? Oh, what you say?
Did you hear? You hear about Ryan Garcia and this we Tank Davis? He's supposed to be fighting home, but did you hear that Ryan Garcia said he's looking for a bigger? He's about to get a bigger fight. He's working on getting a bigger fight with Manny Pacquiao. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I just saw something like that on just saw some information.
That's kind of. So they talking about meeting at a catch weight. What they gonna do with that? It sound like the video I was watching. He was breaking it down, saying, "Oh, they got you reconnecting." Saying this Ryan Garcia is trying to play mind games with Tank, like get into his mind. That's what I'm hearing. Whenever you reconnect. Where Diamond Stud at? He gotta be in this joint. I was trying to get some other boxing people in here. Hopefully some random people that know boxing pop in. Better not duck it, son. I'm telling you. Fight is a fight of never seen. A fight we want to see.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Somebody was trying to call me.
Alright.
Yeah, like, it's starting to be a lot of fake news on YouTube. So I don't know if I can trust everything I'm seeing. Cause
Okay.
they'll have, like, it's like a lot of clickbait. They'll have a person's picture on there, and then you want to see them say it out their mouth, but then you get on there and somebody else is talking the whole time.
That's the thing. It be with Dante's Boxing Nation and the people that talk on them little platforms. But that be the thing. I be wanting to hear them say it. I be wanting to hear what they gotta say. They talking about what they manager said, what they promoter was saying. But you're right. I do want to hear it out their mouths.
They be clickbaiting by putting the people's pictures together, making it seem like it was an interview or something. Or they like to do
they like to do that picture like it look like they FaceTiming each other, like they both talking to each other, and then when you click on it, is somebody else talking, or it be a message on the social media, like they're going messaging back and forth.
I mean, I understand certain things, but I don't like the he said, she said. I want to hear it from their mouth.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I just want these young guys to sign a contract with each other. Because Ryan Garcia, I don't understand why he would go back on his word after he said, okay, Devin Haney fights Tio, and I'll fight Tank, and the winner, we have a tournament.
Exactly, like 2020. This was supposed to have been that, like, yeah, that's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. That's what I was saying. Like, come on, it's supposed to be the year 2021. We're supposed to get all these good fights. Hopefully, we still going to get Devin Haney and Tio. That's going to be amazing. Devin Haney and Tio. Hopefully, we still get that. But he got Ryan.
Tio's talking about he's supposed to get Kambosa. He's supposed to have a fight with Kambosa for and $10 million. And Devin Haney's like, get your money after you get that fight, then come see us. Because Devin, I think, is going to give them like $4 million.
So we still got to fight. So we still got to wait on another fight if he go that route for us to see the fights that we want to see, the big fights. And who's the other guy? He good? We got you connecting. Guess you reconnecting.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got it parked up somewhere. I was in the middle of driving, so once I get parked up, I can I keep my signal.
Oh yeah, all right, cool. Just take your time. Take your time with that. I'm gonna see. I think we got somebody in here. It say 0 up on the top. Let me see who this is. Hold up.
Hey guys, are y'all talking about boxing right now? I just started boxing, so I'm just curious to know if y'all are talking about it. You heard me?
Yeah, we talking boxing. It's the boxing show. It's the boxing show right now. So what you know? Who you like? He's saying he started boxing, so he boxed like he a boxer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So what weight class do you fight in? Where do you fight at? I guess he amateur or whatever right now.
Or what's your goals? What you want to do? Like are you trying to just keep in shape, or you want to take it so far as you can take it?
Yeah, that's a good question. We'll wait for him to pop back in with the message. But yeah, so who you got Tank, right? You got Tank winning that fight with Ryan Garcia. If they ever make it happen. You got Ryan Garcia. He's the weakest link for you when it comes to the young fighters, right? In your opinion.
Oh,
yeah.
I had another call. What were you saying?
Oh, my bad. You got Ryan Garcia being the weakest link when it comes to the young fighters coming up at 135, 130.
Not so far the weakest link, but out of all the young fighters, he's been in most danger of being taking a loss because he's been knocked down. Like Tank. Tank was never
Campbell hit him with that.
Yeah, and then Haney was never threatened with the law. Like, it was never a fight where it was close for Tank. I mean, Devin Haney, Shakur, none of them were close to taking losses yet. T.O., he fought long.
Yeah. And they said they all got a test. They all got tested, and he got tested and he fell. He got knocked down.
Yeah.
They said everybody had their test already, and they got over their test, passed it with flying colors. So we got another audio.
I'm an MMA guy. I like watching UFC and whatnot. But since I got into boxing, I really didn't know too much about it. Besides Tyson and Muhammad Ali and all that stuff. But my trainer, we were actually talking about what fighting style I want to try to develop, and I was like, man, I don't want to get hit. So he was like Pernell Whitaker, and then of course Canelo's number one pound for pound right now. But something that's interesting to me that I'd love to hear y'all's opinion on is I hear there's a lot of politics in boxing. Everybody knows that, and it seems like there's this one guy who the odds are always stacked against him, the politics are always against him, but somehow he just keeps on winning, and that's Terrence Crawford. What's y'all's opinion of Terrence Crawford? And is that an accurate assessment of his career? The politics are always pitted against him, but he always wins.
I just hate where he's at right now. I just hate that he's at top rank, and they not getting him the fights that I want. That's my favorite fighter, boy. Homie, that's my favorite fighter. But I want him to get the fights to prove the people wrong that he's not getting the big fights that I want him to get. And Sean, that we're gonna get to that too. Sean Porter is supposed to, I'm hearing this, but you want to touch on that question?
Oh, what was it?
Well, Razor, the politics. No, the odds is always against. The odds is always against them. With the talking about Terrence Crawford.
What was I mean, it's a matter of them getting their ring. That's all it is. That's all it is. And oh man, let's see, my connection is bad.
I think it's politics.
Huh?
Alright, yes.
Oh,
Okay. How you get checked? Oh, he's in and out right now. It's connection where you at. It's probably where you at.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of North Philly.
But okay. Alright.
But now I can hear you clear.
But yeah, man. Oh, you can hear. Did you hear his question, or did you hear what he was saying?
What was the question again?
He was asking the odds is always against Terrence Crawford with the politics and everything, but he always beat the odds.
Damn.
Do you have any feedback on that? Like,
I mean, Terrence got to take control. I just say he got to take control of his own destiny. He can't leave it up to Bob Arum. Damn. This is ass. Yeah, hello?
we gonna get better, y'all. This is our first show. Nervous
I'm just my signal keep being out.
I'm gonna follow him back. The guy that sitting here talking with him, I'm gonna follow him back. Hollywood's was trying to invite me to one of his shows, but I'm gonna bring him in here. I'm let him know I already got a show going on.
Well, we could try the show again because once I get like a little bit later or something, once I get settled in, because I'll be settled in around like 9 o'clock.
Oh, he ain't in this joint. All right, well, yeah, we could bring it back at 9 o'clock.
It's up to you. But did the guy respond and say what he was trying to do with boxing?
Well, I'm waiting for his response right now. Well, yeah, even if you in and out, that's cool. I'll just hold it down. Like if you unless you just gotta get off your phone completely, but I can hold it down if you in and out. But right now, we got another listener. I think he just bounced in here. I could switch host if anybody know like talk boxing, but I'm gonna see if he gonna ask that question again. It was about Terrence Crawford, but man.
Is he like? He got to take care of his own. He got to clean his own house. He got to clean his own.
He got to clean his own house. He got to. Yeah. Oh, it turned into open talk. I was in the oh man, bad connection. Hold on, bro. Follow me, bro. We follow me, bro. I follow you back, bro. I was in a little boxing talk show podcast, but they just now switched me out. I don't know why. Do you know anything about boxing? Do you watch boxing?
Well,
are you?
Yeah, am I what?
Fan. Are you anything about boxing?
Yeah,
I think he in here.
I'm a fan from the
From the UK? You sound like you're from the UK. 1890?
No.
Oh,
80s, 90s. I know like the Tyson era, Mike Tyson era.
All right, so you just know like I'm not gonna hold you. That was the best times in boxing. That modern day, Tyson, Holyfield, then they was rumbling. They was fighting. Like today, and people was fighting the best. Today, it's a lot of politics, and that's what the guy was asking about. The Crawford.
Oh, the Crawford situation. Oh yeah.
And Rashad was eating. You know about Crawford?
A little bit, not as much as probably you would need to know. I just found out.
Do you like Crawford?
Yeah, I like Crawford. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, you good? You got good connection over there?
Yeah, I'm not sure about your connection because you seem.
I'm going out.
Let me move around a bit. Okay, I'll move around here a bit. Is that any clearer?
Okay, talk to me.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Alright, yeah. So, alright. So you modern day. You more. You don't know too much knowledge of like today's boxers, like the young guys coming up, the guys that's fighting right now, welterweight, middleweight, heavyweight, light heavyweight, light. Like, who do you like right now?
Well, more so heavyweight. The Tyson Furies, to an extent, Deontay Wilder, obviously Anthony Joshua. I've got vast knowledge on those heavyweights more so than the middleweights or the light heavyweights. And who else? What's this English guy again? I can't remember his name again. I can't remember his name now, but yeah.
Anthony Joshua?
No. The guy that
Joshua.
Joshua beat this guy. I can't remember his name again. What's wrong with me?
Did the guy beat him? The Mexican guy?
No, not Ortiz. No, not Ortiz. I'm talking about. Not Ruiz. I'm talking about.
No, Ortiz never.
Yeah, I think the connection kind of broke up again.
He's from the UK?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It broke up for a second, the connection, but yeah.
No, I'm here. I hear you.
Oh, cool. I mean, ask me any question, and then we take it from there, and maybe we can build from there. But
all right, let's see what you know.
Yeah.
The young guys coming up. We're gonna start from the lower class. I got my list right here. But we could bounce around with it but we're gonna start from the lower class. Do you like these young guys? Garcia, Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez.
Okay.
Why Gary Russell Jr.? What's the politics with Gary Russell Jr.? Why he's not getting no big fights? Why can't he get no big fights? Is Gary Russell all cat? Because I heard him. Now we seen it wasn't just somebody talking about him. We seen him speak these words out of his own mouth. Devin Haney, you ducking me? Let's fight. Devin Haney said, "Let's make." He called his bluff. Let's make the fight. What Russell do? He ducked out. Is Devin Haney the boogeyman of boxing right now when it come to these young guys? Now Teofimo Lopez talking about, well, no, I'm looking forward. I'm fighting this guy now. We thought that we was getting Ryan Garcia, Teo next.
Yeah.
No. Ryan Garcia and Tank next, and we thought we was getting Devin Haney and Teo next. But things switched. These the fights that we want to see. And Razor, if you want hit the button in the middle, Razor, if you want to speak on it, or if you want to come back whenever you're ready to come back to seconds, let me know. But I'm trying to see what he know, and we go from there. So Ryan Garcia, who you got and why?
I mean, I'm feeling Ryan Garcia, but I'm not too familiar with the other guys. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Gervonta Tank Davis? You're not familiar with Gervonta Tank Davis? Mayweather's fighter?
Is he
the fighter that Mayweather's promoting.
Yeah,
the apologist.
Yeah. I know. Sorry, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he just knocked out.
Really good.
Who was it? If anybody could chime in, tell me that nasty uppercut, side bang uppercut. Who was that? Or was that like a short upper hook? The name is on the tip of my tongue. I just can't say it. But anyway, Tank is a problem. He is a problem. So are you familiar with Gervonta Tank Davis? Are you familiar with him?
I am familiar with Gervonta Tank. Yes, because he's well known.
All right.
Yeah.
Well known. Yeah. To this day. Hold on, I'm gonna have my sound effects and everything in a minute. This our first show. We scattered all around the place. My first host, bad connection happened. You came out of nowhere. You know a little something about boxing. You know he's a problem. Do you know about Ryan Garcia?
Ryan Garcia, yes. Ryan Garcia is definitely someone that I have my cards on, man. His potential is. I think his potential. Sorry, can you hear me? Sorry.
Oh yeah, he do got potential to go all the way to the top. I hear you clearly. So what's going on boxing news? I don't know if you seen Ryan Garcia's last fight.
That wasn't Campbell, was it? That wasn't Campbell, was it?
But he got knocked.
No.
And Luke Campbell, you know something. Luke Campbell, exactly. Did you see the fight?
I like Garcia, man. I like Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Garcia too. He actually he showed me that he got tested that fight. A lot of people gonna say he got exposed, but I'm hearing Luke Campbell was a good fighter. I'm hearing Luke Campbell a good fighter, so he did get tested, and that's something he had to go back to the gym and work on. But that knockdown. The bottom line, Tank. Who you got? Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia?
I gotta say Ryan.
Who you think will win that fight?
I gotta say Garcia. Maybe because a bit of it is bias. And I think that Garcia's got something in his tank, man. Not to play on puns or anything, no pun included, but he's got something in his.
I feel
you. I mean,
I want to agree with you. The way he did what?
The way he knocked out Campbell in the 7th round. You know, when he fought Campbell, I think he knocked him in the 7th round.
It was the 7th. Yeah, I think it was around that. I think it was around that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was left hook.
That left hook to the body.
Yep.
Left hook to the body. That was vicious. We have a
Are there any current prospects? What are the best prospects out of the UK right now?
Are we talking about that same weight division? Are we talking about possibly the same weight division?
Anyway, I think he mean any weight division, because he's talking about prospects, upcoming fighters in any weight division. Who do you like? Because you from the UK, correct?
Yeah.
So in the UK, who do you like?
Well, obviously Anthony Joshua. Obviously, any guy from the UK can love Joshua.
We gonna get to that. Anthony Joshua. We definitely gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to that right now. This show is already all over the place, so we're gonna get to that right now. Matter of fact, I gotta put the title back down here. It say open talk right now. I got put the title on. But I'm gonna ask a question. You can answer. You could me who you think will win this fight. Joshua Wilder. While you answer, I'm gonna change this title real quick.
You say Joshua who? Sorry, Joshua.
Fight Joshua Deontay Wilder, and why?
Okay. Wow. Now, depending on whether you believe, how Deontay Wilder lost that fight against Fury, depending on whether you believe there was some sort of, dark arts involved in that, or whether it was a legitimate win. There's a question mark on Deontay Wilder now. I mean, before, with his record of knockouts, it was undeniable that he has that strength, he has that power to knock people out, and I don't think there was a question mark. I mean, he fought Ortiz twice, he beat Ortiz twice, although in the first match, there was a time when Ortiz was, oh shoot, sorry, I know. Sorry, did I break out? Did I?
No, go ahead. Finish saying what you were saying.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I know.
No, it's all good.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I was saying that there's a question mark over Deontay Wilder's finishing, and not only that, also the kind of mind state he's in right now, because of the questions surrounding his fight with Fury. We don't know whether it was some dark arts involved in that, or it was a legitimate win. There's a question mark on that. So, with Joshua is improving. He's improved ever since that loss. He's improved his game. He's more patient. He's lost a bit of his mass to make him a bit more durable, to last longer as well. It's a tough one, but I do feel. Yeah, go on. I do feel that he might be able to beat Deontay, because I think he's preparing for a fight with Fury. So the kind of condition that he's going through now, and the kind of strategy he's adopting now, is one that will make him a better boxer than he is right now.
All right. Now the controversy with, we're gonna talk about with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So what do you think? We're not gonna talk about the pilot. We're not gonna talk about what they saying on YouTube. The pictures, the video, the footage of that glove going 360 degrees, bending like that, and he hitting you on these certain angles. You like, he hit you on an angle, like he hit you with his wrist, and you get a bruise right there. Like, you get these crazy bruises. What's your thoughts on that boxing glove, having to wait in the boxing gloves? Do you believe it, or do you don't believe it? What's your thoughts on that?
I honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It looks like there's some mischief up there. There's some mischief, But
it looks crazy. It do look crazy.
Yeah. I do know that Fury possesses, well, obviously something that's, what do you call it? Muhammad Ali,
the Gypsy King.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali's his whole strategy, of slipping, of dancing and all that stuff. It's something that this guy's worked on to try and emulate Ali, which makes him a very difficult person to box. So,
Fury is good at that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. that makes him difficult to box, and he can be very
That's true.
frustrating. This guy, Klitschko, had a difficult time trying to figure this guy out, and that's how Klitschko lost that belt, because he just couldn't hit this guy, and the guy was hitting him from all kinds of angles. If a person's able to, if you can put a strategy together to evade and eventually beat that game plan that Fury has, then he is beatable. The only problem I have is so in the first fight.
We're working on it. We're working on it. A little sound effects for a little show. This show gonna get lit. You know what I mean, it's just the beginning of it, man. I got a lot of boxing fans that I know. We're gonna try to get them all here at the same time one of these days. But right now,
that's cool.
Right now, this is good enough, man. We got somebody. We got you talk. You know your boxing. You know some stuff.
Yeah, I know a little bit. Yeah, I know a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, just like you said, Joshua. Like how you said, Joshua. He learned something from his last fight with what's the guy name? The guy little Mexican guy.
Is it Ruiz?
Luis. He came back, he bounced back, and he did good.
Yep.
Wilder, his first fight with Tyson, everybody say Tyson won that fight. I mean, not Tyson. Everybody saying Wilder won that fight because of that knockdown. And what do you think about that 10 count? It seemed like he counted the 15 instead of 10. It seemed like that count should have been 15. Like he gave him a lot of time to get up. I see something tricky. It's something fishy with all that type shit.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. The scary thing, though, the only scary thing is that he did knock Fury. I think he knocked him down. Was it twice or was it 3 times? I'm not sure.
He knocked Tyson. Wilder knocked him down twice. I believe it was twice. Anybody in the room, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was twice. And that second time, you like, no, he's not getting up from that. Yeah. But he got up. But when he got up, that referee was like 9, 10, and then he got up. And then the referee, he said 9. He put his hand up for like 10 seconds. So I'm over exaggerating, but he put his hand up. I'm waiting. Say 10. I'm looking at I'm mad as shit. I'm watching this fight. I'm pissed off. I'm cursing at the TV. Say 10. Say 10. He's counting this shit down slow as hell. That shit got me mad. I'm like, Wilder won that fight. That was a knockout. And once he got up, he still was a little stubbly, like, he was moving around. Come on, man. They let him get away with that. And did he bounce back from that fight to the second fight?
Mm-hmm.
Things didn't look the same. Things didn't look the same in the second fight.
No, it didn't.
And why is that?
Completely different strategy. That's why. Completely different strategy.
He said he did say he came in swinging.
Absolutely.
Tyson said he was going to attack. He came in and he attacked. But what? All right, so that whole thing fishy. Cause what? Come on, man. Now you got this confidence to just attack. What's giving you that extra confidence? It was something in that goddamn man's glove. It was something in his glove. I believe it was something in his glove.
Well, Fury is not a knockout. He's not a knockout artist. He's not.
And he's not a knockout.
Exactly. He hasn't got most of his wins by a knockout. He's not known for a knockout. So changing that strategy, I know Deontay Wilder possibly thought that he was going to employ the same strategy that he used during the last fight, but he didn't do that. So I think Deontay Wilder was taken aback anyway because of his aggressiveness. He's really going for it. Deontay Wilder is known as being a knockout artist, but this guy's coming forward, trying to corner you, trying to throw everything at you, throwing bolos and everything at you. So it's crazy. I do agree with you. I do agree to some extent that there's definitely a question mark over that way. And that's why I started it that way, because I am still not sure. And this has obviously affected Deontay Wilder as well. Psychologically, it's affected him. It's affected him. It's one thing losing, yeah? One thing is losing fairly, yeah? One thing is losing fairly. But if you lose under suspicious circumstances, it's very difficult to deal with if nobody believes you. You know? So yeah, his mind. I think his mind at this point in time, because if he's pursuing some sort of recourse from the authorities, and he's not getting that, it doesn't necessarily mean that it puts him in a positive state of mind to go and fight him again. You know? Yeah, because it's on the road. He's actually on the road.
Hold that thought. Time out. Hold that thought. If you know anybody that like if you know any big boxing fans, anybody that like boxing, that watch boxing and know a lot about boxing and will enjoy this conversation, please share this audio podcast.
I come from a group. I come from a boxing group.
If they would just go for Fury's body, if they stop headhunting Tyson Fury and hit that body, because you can't miss his body, it's too massive. If they went for his body the way Tyson did, then everything also will fall into place. But Deontay's not disciplined enough to go for a body.
Interesting observation. Yeah.
That make a lot of sense. That's
yeah, absolutely.
See, it's about the game plan, right? It's about the game plan. Like you said, he came in with a different game plan. Tyson, Wilder never really punches to the body, and I think Mayweather Mayweather was trying to train him one time or something. Mayweather was supposed to be training him, or was going to put the offer out there to train him. I don't think he took that. But if Wilder, he got power. That's all. It's that power. That power is what gets him through these fights. It's not too much of the footwork and the skills. You don't look at Wilder and say he got boxing skills. It's that one punch knockout. He a knockout artist. It's that one punch knockout. That's what gets everybody. So when he get in the ring with somebody like Tyson Fury, and he's, like you said, doing the Mayweather stuff, doing the Muhammad Ali stuff and rope dope and doing all this funny moves, and I'm the Gypsy King and moving around. Wilder, he did get frustrated a little bit in that fight. The first fight and the second fight, because in the first fight he couldn't touch him. That's why I was like, damn. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, Wilder lost this fight until he got them 2 knockdowns. I said, oh, that brought him back, because even though he wasn't touching him, Tyson Fury wasn't doing too much either. So they both was just in the ring. Tyson Fury was just dancing. It just amazed me that, damn, Wilder can't catch him. That amazed me. But Tyson Fury, they both was doing the little stuff, but both of them wasn't doing nothing. But Tyson Fury was getting the most. Like he was hitting and not getting hit. So I'm like, damn, Tyson Fury won this fight. But until Wilder got that knockdown, I said, oh, I know once Wilder knocks somebody down, he know how to finish the show. He's one of the fighters that know how to end the show. But that was the thing that shocked me. Tyson got back up. He didn't. Wilder wasn't able to end that show. And the second fight, I believe. Say it again.
No. You're absolutely right. I don't know how he got up from that. I just don't know how. Both knockdowns. I don't know how. I don't know how.
I believe Tyson Fury said it was God. It was Jesus. He just woke me up. Like, he's a funny guy, but I'm just thinking like that second fight is so tricky. It's so fit. I can't put my finger on it, but I could put my finger on it. It was the boxing gloves for me. That part. It was the boxing gloves, but it was Tyson's boxing gloves. But if Wilder, oh man, and what's going on with this trilogy? Let's speak on the trilogy right now. What I think Tyson is scared. Tyson is scared. He don't want to fight Wilder. Wilder is taking him to court. Wilder's trying to get this trilogy fight. He's doing all he can to get this trilogy fight. Because Wilder, he has something to prove. Because he know that Fury cheated. He know that Tyson cheated, and he want to whoop on that cheater's ass. You want to whoop his ass because he cheated. He a cheater. And he had passed. In the past, he did little steroids, the pads or whatever the drugs shit for the boxers. He got caught doing that. So he had a lot of shit with him. But so in that fight, you are you 50-50 Tyson or Wilder?
I'm worried about
trilogy.
Mental health. I'm worried about his mental health.
Which one, Wilder?
Wilder, yeah. Because he either has to accept that, one, according to his theory, that he's not going to get justice in the courts. Okay, he has to accept that. So he's able to take that as, okay, I'll accept it. Okay, it was a defeat of some nature, and then go out and go get it if he wants to win. But because he feels he was cheated and he's not getting his due process in court. Mm-hmm. That's what it really for him. That's what it's all about. It puts him in a mental state where he's not. I'm sure he's not even sure whether he wants to fight the man again. He's not sure whether he wants to fight the man again.
Who's not sure?
Deontay Wilder.
Oh no, he's sure. He want that trilogy. He wants that trilogy. He's sure. Wasn't there a bit because of the question mark placed on the fight itself? Wasn't he in two minds as to whether or not this is going to continue? Because there's a big question mark there. Say it again. Was it a continue? Because it's a question mark.
Yeah. I mean,
Wilder wants that fight. He wants that trilogy fight. It's Tyson that's doing all this run around. He's putting Wilder through the runarounds, and it could be a mind game. Because boxing, you get in the other fighter's mind, that could also fuck with you. Because I think that's what Ryan Garcia doing with Tank. Oh, I'm looking into a bigger fight. I'm about to get with Pacquiao, this and that. I think it's all fucking with your mind. Tank like what? But some shit you gotta brush off your shoulders. And that's good that you said that. It's good that you said that might be messing with Wilder's mind. Or he cheated on me and thinking about, you gotta let that pass. Leave that behind you. Leave all that behind you. Get focused. All right, this is the third fight. Get focused. One thing you should do, one thing that should go down, you gotta make sure his corner had everybody watching. Check them gloves. Check everything. Do the proper drug test before the fight, and let's get it on. And Wilder, don't let us down this time, brother. Don't let us down this time, because I believe that he could do what he did in the first fight earlier than, and this time he ain't gonna get the count. Ortiz will fuck Tyson Fury up. Ortiz will beat Tyson Fury. In my mind, in my opinion.
I was expecting in the first fight, Deontay to just smash Tyson Fury to pieces.
Exactly.
That's what I was expecting. I was expecting that. And even the second fight, I thought, okay, it didn't happen the first fight. It's gonna happen the second fight, because I won't lie to you, I'm biased towards Deontay Wilder over Tyson. That's me. Just obviously, I love Anthony Joshua. He's my number one. But when it comes to Tyson Fury and when it comes to Deontay Wilder, my bias is with Deontay Wilder. And I expected him to damage this dude. I actually wanted him to damage him, but it didn't happen.
I guess even though we were free, we were still.
Hold on.
Saying that Tyson cheated, yo, Because I don't know, man. Like, Fury just got outboxed, bro. I mean, I like Fury. I really do.
You mean Wilder just got outboxed?
I like Fury. But at the end of the day, man, I've been following Tyson from day one. And Tyson, that dude can box, man. And I just didn't see them same skills coming from, a Deontay Wilder, man. I just ain't. And I just can't see how there could be any kind of trickery with the gloves when, for that to happen, because the trainers, each other's trainers have to make sure that everything is right with the other people's wraps and gloves. So his trainer himself would have had to sabotage. So I just can't see it. And the commission's there.
Yeah, but do you remember but then they like changed his gloves like last minute? Was anyone there for that? Or some shit with the tricks. Somebody did some tricks with the lights, where the lights went off and it came back on, and his gloves was somehow changed to a different color gloves. Like it's a lot of like tricky, sneaky shit going on in that situation. But it's weird. But
Don't forget.
Let's
I personally.
Yo, go. What you saying?
Yeah, I personally feel that Deontay Wilder's got his own style of boxing. He's not what do you call it? Technically proficient as Tyson Fury. It's obvious. We know that, but he has his way of looking for an opening and then knocking you the F out. That's just what he does, and he does it so well. So this guy might be more. He might be more skillful than Deontay Wilder by miles. We know that, but that's not what's got him to where he is. Deontay's got to where he is by knocking people out, and that's what works for him.
Yeah.
So the only thing I want him to do is that he would have to learn how to neutralize this guy's tactics. That's all. That's all he has to do. Neutralize Tyson Fury's tactics in order to beat him. That's the only thing he needs to do. He has the power. Yeah, go ahead.
This is power. This is power versus skills. That's what this is. It's power versus skill. Wilder with the power, Tyson with the skills. That's all this is. And the scary thing about that is that it takes that one punch. With the guy with the power, it takes that one punch. But then you got somebody with skills that know how to, you just throwing haymakers. You just throwing these wild punches trying to knock me out. I know how to dip and move. I trained for years to learn how to dip and move this shit. It's easy to me. You remind me of a street fighter just trying to throw a powder punch. Where your skills at? Where your technique at? You remind me of a street fighter. You a professional boxer fighting a street fighter, but the street fighter be knocking niggas out all day up and down the block. Everybody's scared of him. He Debo. He Debo around the way. He knocking everybody out. But then you got this one fighter that I know how to Mayweather with somebody with like dip and dodge and Muhammad Ali, the dip and roll, different moves, and so it comes. It's like damn, like can he do that all 12 rounds and win the fight and hit stick and move all 12 rounds without getting one connect? It only take one connect. But and then fighters could move with the punch. Like you punch them when you throw the hook, and you move. You throw the left hook, you move in your head that same direction, so the punch won't affect you as much. So that hold on. You know what? I got something for y'all.
All due respect, but the fight that everybody want to see that I know is AJ versus Tyson to see who the real champion is.
Let's talk about that too.
I mean, maybe if D build himself back up again, maybe fight Ruiz. I don't know, but I don't want to see the same thing happen to him twice. I just can't see it happen any other way. It's not like in the first fight, it was much different. He got outboxed in the first fight, and he got destroyed in the second fight, and in the third fight, who knows? He might die.
That's true. He did. That's true, man. He told truth. He did get outboxed the first fight, and he got outboxed the second fight. That's the truth. But you're right. Because he came with a different game plan on the second fight. I was about to say there was a difference between both fights. Because that first fight, of course, Wilder got them 2 knockdowns, and that's one thing we can't ignore. If you fight somebody and you knock them down, and you knocked them down twice, and you got that nigga, you got him in a daze. You got him dazed, like he knocked out cold. Like I'm thinking he gonna win this. Oh, it's over. 10 count was over. He get back up. Then the second fight, you looking for that? I'm gonna do it again. I know I can do it again. You looking for it? So it's something deep down in his heart. I knocked this guy out. Not knocked out, but I knocked him down twice. I did it before. So you still got that confidence that I could beat you. I could do it again. So no, his mind game, the way he go into the trilogy, he gotta put that behind him and just know what you're capable of doing. You know you're capable of knocking this guy down. You need to knock him out this time. This time you can't don't let the shit go to the scorecard. Don't let it go 12 rounds. You have to catch him. But this is where you have to work on more skills. This time, go back when you go to training. When you train if you get this fight with Tyson again, work on your skills. Get that thing from. Let Mayweather help you. Whatever. Like let somebody hit to the body. Do 12 rounds. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that what he has to do his training regime has to be with somebody with a similar style to Tyson, similar style. Going to try and corner him, try and corner that guy, and try and hit that body, try and hit that body, and find ways to neutralize this guy's his tactics, man. That's all he's got to do. Find a similar fighter like Tyson and train to knock this guy out. But more importantly, neutralize his style, man. There must be a way. There has to be a way.
Definitely hit to the body.
Yeah, man.
Definitely hit to that goddamn body.
Try and cut the ring off. I know it's difficult with someone like Tyson because he's slippery, but you've got to try and cut that ring off so you can look for an opening to knock him out or whatever. But that's what he needs to do. His training regime should be completely different from what he's been doing since, because he knows that this guy alternated his style. The first fight was different from the second fight. So Deontay Wilder should know that. He should know that. So the way he's going to fight him for the third fight, he has to make sure he corners him, he cuts him off, cuts the ring off, and he's able to land those blows, those body blows. And if the guy moves to the left, he counters with the right or whatever, just to make sure. He has to work on that. It's not impossible.
Yeah, that's a good game plan. That's a good game plan. And he gonna have to work on cut. Yeah, you're right. That's what he gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I agree with the whole power versus skill. I absolutely do. But I've seen boxing long enough to know that usually skill wins out. I mean, you can kind of take it back to like George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. I mean, George, one of the more powerful punchers of all time. Muhammad, one of the more skilled boxers of all time.
True.
But there is an exception, though. I'm trying to remember an exception where, the exception is this. The exception. Well,
no, say what you about to say, and I got something.
Roberto Duran. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Roberto Duran, because I've watched some old fights from the 80s. Roberto Duran against Sugar Ray Leonard. They had 2 fights. You know, the first one, Roberto Duran against Sugar Ray Leonard. Roberto Duran won that one because this guy went in to match him blow for blow. So he was basically slugging with him. He was slugging with him in the first fight, and then the second fight, Sugar Ray Leonard changed his complete style and went for the skillful stance. The first fight was out of he was like, I'm not gonna let this guy out punch me. I'm gonna show him, but he couldn't show Roberto Duran. He couldn't. He's known as the Fist of Stone.
He couldn't showboat him.
Yeah. And he lost.
So why couldn't he showboat him? Because he cornered him.
Well, what happened was his ego. It was ego. This
That's where I was about to say something about that. I was about to say something about that. All right, what was it? What was the ego? Why did the ego allow him to go ahead? Finish saying what you were saying.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Sugar Ray Leonard, Olympic champion, 76 Olympics.
Razor might know about this fight. He a little older, but I didn't do my homework on. I didn't do a lot of older fights that I didn't do a lot of homework on. But I know some of the old fights. But this is one of the good ones that you're talking about. But go ahead. What you were saying?
Yeah.
His ego.
Because Sugar Ray's style is similar to Muhammad Ali's style, very slick, like Sugar Ray Robinson before them. Sugar Ray Robinson is the originator of that style, that slick style, that slick style that Muhammad Ali used to get to become the world champion. Sugar Ray Robinson is the originator, the progenitor of that style, and that's the same style that Sugar Ray Leonard used, and he was known as the Golden Boy before this other Golden Boy. Anyway, so he was well known for that, and he was undefeated. But when it came to fighting with Duran is an all-round slugger, and Duran was out-slugging him, yeah? And he felt...
I'm gonna watch that. I'm actually gonna watch that fight after this podcast. Go ahead.
Please do. Go ahead. He was hitting him, and Sugar Ray just suddenly abandoned his style because the audience was obviously, the crowd was going to was kind of freaked out by Roberto Duran's style. He was hitting him, and straight attack. And Sugar Ray was evading some of the blows in his own style. But when he realized that there was
so when he evaded his style, did he feed into his style? Was he trying to go blow for blow with him?
Yeah, because of the audience reaction. Because he wanted to be the big man.
The ego, that's the ego. That's what you okay, the ego. Okay.
The ego. Because of the crowd reaction, and he was like, no, this guy's not gonna outpunch me. No way. So he left what he was doing, he left his game plan, and started slugging it out with him. And Roberto is a tough guy. He's a tough guy.
That sound like a Sean Porter and Earl Spence. Sean Porter got that straight attack you style. Earl Spence said, "I'm gonna slug it out with you." Crowd making noise. I'm gonna show you that I could do that with you. So yeah. So go ahead. And who won that fight, by the way? Durant won that fight. Hello, you there?
Hear me? Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry about that. You moved. Yeah. So Roberto won the first fight, and I think that was Sugar Ray's first defeat. So the second fight, he decided to stick to his game plan, to what he's good at.
All right. So the next fight, he stuck to his game plan on what he's good at. Yeah. And that's the fight he won, and then he won it.
That's the fight he won. He got his belt back because he lost his belt. That fight. Yeah.
All right, hold on 1 second. I want to speak on the ego thing real quick with the Tyson Fury. I want to say it before I forget, and then we're gonna go to the messages. All right, with the ego. Damn, I don't want to forget what I was gonna say. What was it? Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Ego
trip. Crowd making noise. You gonna slug it out with this person. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. All right, so the guy said Tyson Fury, he just got the better skills. He always picks skills over power. He always picks skills over power. So he got Tyson Fury beating Wilder. He don't want Wilder to get embarrassed. I forgot the guy's name. He came in and said that. Listen, all right. So this is the only thing that's tricky about that. I agree with you. But this is the only thing that's tricky about that. The ego. When you say ego, that's what made me think about what he said, and when you was talking about the Durant and Sugar Ray fight. The ego. So when somebody got more skills, and this happened plenty of times, and we could talk, I'm gonna bring it up. When somebody got more skills and just, you can't hit me, what you sound like? Your ego, you confident. Don't get too overconfident. And I believe that's what happened in the first Wilder and Tyson fight. Tyson got too comfortable, too confident. He was putting his hands behind his back, doing all this silly shit. Then, you can't touch me. He's sticking his tongue out, doing crazy shit. Like he looking like fucking what's his name? The all about billions. What's his name?
Oh.
He started humping on the boxer and all that. But anyway, what's his name?
Mayweather's a protege as well, yeah?
Yeah, the guy that want to be like Mayweather. The guy talk all the talk and then get beat up. And everybody say, all you got to do is throw more punches. All right, I'm going somewhere else with it. But anyway, Tyson Fury was doing that. Like, he was just, his ego, like I got this fight. He got overconfident. And what happened? Wilder knocked him the fuck down. It should have been a knockout. And the second time he knocked him down, it should have been a knockout. So that's the only thing with Tyson that, what you saying, you got Tyson winning, Tyson's trainers better tell him, stay focused all 12 rounds. I don't give a fuck if he ain't hit you all 12 rounds, he's a knockout artist. And that's what you gotta look out when it come to, you stay focused all 12 rounds and don't get too overconfident. Cause when that ego you get too overconfident, that ego start tripping, you want to play around in the ring, that's when Wilder's going to knock you the fuck out when you think it's all sweet. But hold on 1 second. Knowledge.
But I would have loved to have seen D knock out Tyson in both fights. I'd have loved to have seen that. You know what I mean? But I think the issue is if he doesn't think that he did anything wrong, I don't think he can win. If it's one of those situations where he's like, you know what, I made mistakes here, here, and here. I'm about to come back and I'm gonna get this dude. I'm gonna destroy him. Then maybe, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. But it has to be that moment of just, all right, I fucked up here. Let me change course and let me come back better than ever.
Yeah, 100, man.
To this day.
Yeah.
To this day. I agree with that, and that's what I was saying. He gotta. At the end of the day, anybody that come into a boxing ring and fight, they both got to be focused. If you want to get a good fight, we got two focused fighters. They not complaining. There's no excuses. Their mind is not worrying about, oh, he cheated and he did this and oh, he do drugs, and they're just doing it. They're there to do their job and just pray that before the fight everybody did what they were supposed to do to make sure the fight is fair. And I mean, just go there and do your job. And if we'll get a good fight, we'll get a good trilogy. I think we'll get a good trilogy. And Wilder know that he gotta go back into the drawing boards, switch up the game plan, hit to the body. Please hit to that body. Please, he don't hit to the body. Hit to that body. And we'll see what's going. We'll see. But cut the ring off. Hold on.
Nicky, I know deep down as a Brit, you loving the fact that the titles are over there in the UK. I know you are, because just like in America, when the title's over here, loving that. So I know you had to deep down, however you felt about D. Wilder, I know you was like, we got the belts now, bitch. I know you felt that way.
How you feel about that? UK?
I'll be honest with you, man. I mean, I'm not a predictable guy like that, you know. Because of the tradition of American boxers and the kind of aura they've brought to boxing, there are some times you root for the other side because they're better. And I loved Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's one of my favorite boxers. Mike Tyson. Who else? Marvin Hagler from the 80s. There's so many boxers that I love that are American boxers, and for that reason, I'm not necessarily choosing countries over countries over, But I do like Anthony Joshua. I must admit, I do like him. So I might be.
Let's get to that.
But I don't. But I
you might be biased. Yeah, when
it comes to him,
we're gonna get to that.
when it comes,
we're gonna get to that. Okay.
But my second best boxer of all time is God, how can I forget? Dude that fought Tyson a few weeks ago. How can I forget his name? My God, that's my best.
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones. Sorry.
Roy Jones. That's hey, Razor. Is Razor still here? Let me check. Let me see who in here. Is Razor still here? That's his favorite fighter. I don't know. I'm new to this. I don't see him. I don't know. Oh, he might be in. Yes. It say he started listening, so he should be still in here. Roy Jones.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people. I'm gonna spark something up a little. I'm gonna start something. I hear a lot of people saying that he never really fought nobody, and he when he got tested, he got exposed. That's what I'm hearing. You disagree?
In his prime, he fought everybody. He fought James Toney in his prime. He fought
James Toney.
There's something in James Toney's prime. In his prime.
That was the fight.
Dude. If it wasn't for the fact, what he should have done was when he won. Sorry, I know we're changing topics here, but it's very important. When he won,
no, it's cool. It's all boxing. It's whatever. We go all over the place. It's okay.
Oh, that's cool.
As long as it's boxing.
That's cool, man. When he fought Ruiz and beat him for the heavyweight belt.
He fought Bernard too, right? He fought Bernard Hopkins too, right?
Yeah, he fought Bernard Hopkins. Yeah, but when he fought Ruiz for the heavyweight champion after Lennox Lewis had retired, that great era of boxers had retired. There was a vacuum. There was a big vacuum there, yeah. And Ruiz, he wasn't such a great heavyweight. He wasn't such a great heavyweight. He left it open for somebody of a lower weight, that is Roy Jones, to come into the heavyweight division and take that belt, which is unheard of because of the lack of quality after Lennox Lewis retired. Because Lennox Lewis was from that generation of the last generation of great boxers, great heavyweight boxers. So Roy Jones managed to go into the heavyweight division, beat Ruiz, take the belt, and unfortunately, if he had retired then, because that was an ambition of his, if he had retired then, he would have been all good, and he would be undefeated, known as one of the greatest of all time. Absolutely. But he went to fight Tarver. He beat Tarver on the first one, and then fought Tarver again. And then Tarver beat him, and then that was it. It was from there. It was downhill. So unfortunately, if you check out this guy's resume, Roy Jones' resume, he beat every single person in his prime and in their prime as well. Most
in a good fashion. He did it in a good fashion too.
Incredible. He's my best boxer. It's a shame that they both had to fight, but Roy Jones and Tyson were my best boxers, and they're both Americans. So I'm biased. I'm biased to the degree that I don't really care if they're British or not. Those are my best boxers, man. Those are my best. Yeah. But there you go. Oh, sorry. Obviously, my best boxer of all time is Muhammad Ali for so many other reasons. Obviously, outside boxing, political, and all that stuff. But that's another debate. But yeah, there you go.
All right, let's see what this.
Sugar Ray Leonard tried to match aggression with aggression, and he ain't nowhere near as aggressive as Roberto was. And look, Roberto can box. Like, he was a brawler, but that man can box. Now, he won multiple titles in multiple different weight classes, so he could box. It's just that Sugar Ray was more skilled, and he got played into a mind game with Roberto, and he lost that mind game, and he got taken out of his comfort zone. So yeah, he lost that brawn. Power won over skill that day, but it was a rematch.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You need to watch that match, man. When you go back, you need to watch it. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it.
No, I didn't forget. I said I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that. And the guy that's listening in now. So we also was talking about Ryan Garcia. We gonna go to a smaller weight class. We got some more fighters that we want to mention. Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez. Who do you got that fight and why? Me? No. I'll say Teo again. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. Who do you got that fight and why? Son said he got Ryan winning that fight. He think Ryan got what it takes to win that fight. Let me think about this. I got Ryan, man. I like Ryan in that fight too. I like Ryan in that fight too. I think Ryan could pull it off. But that's another thing with. See, Ryan, I hope he learned. He definitely had to learn something from that Luke Campbell. From get that knockdown from Luke Campbell, he got to do better. I just hope he learned something from that fight. But I got Ryan with like that speed and it's 50-50, but I think Ryan with the edge. I think Ryan ain't gonna edge it, man. I know a lot of people gonna be like, no, Tank Davis gonna win that fight. But I got Ryan, man. And I need to know what everybody think. They got Ryan at a Tank, but that's in here. And also, Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Let's get this out the way. That fight, I got it's 50-50. I'm trying to think. Devin Haney or Teo. I gotta say, if I had to pick, it would be Devin Haney. Kind of hesitated saying that, but I can't even say why, because I believe it's 50-50. They both got crazy skills. Right. Teo just beat Lomachenko. Everybody was praising Lomachenko. I'm like, man, Lomachenko, he's not going to have these belts for long. He's not a fight. When he ducked Devin Haney when Devin was his mandatory with this franchise belt. I hate this. Where the hell did this franchise belt come from? Where did this franchise shit come from? I hate that franchise belt. But I guess Devin Haney got it now. Everybody what? Everybody's a winner?
Yeah, that bullshit. Yeah, everybody's a winner. Yeah.
That franchise belt sucks, man. But I had Devin Haney beating Lomachenko. I got Teo beating Lomachenko. Teo already beat Lomachenko. I have Ryan Garcia beating Lomachenko and Tank beating Lomachenko. And let's not forget, we're not going to leave this guy out because we're going to bring him up too. Because the guy that I'm about to name, I got him beating all of the young boys. I got him beating Devin Haney. Got him beating Ryan Garcia. I got him beating Tank's ass. I got him beating Teofimo Lopez's ass. I got him whooping all the asses. And who am I talking about? Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
That's the fight. Yeah. Shakur Stevenson. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go. What do you think?
Well, Devin Haney. Yeah, I remember seeing the Cortez. I don't know. Do you remember the Cortez fights?
Cortez.
Yeah, Andres Cortez. Do you remember? Because Devin Haney has beaten Ryan Garcia before, but that was a long time ago. That was
when he was young.
Yeah,
when he was young, right?
Yeah,
wasn't it back and forth? Wasn't it a back and forth thing? Like Devin won, and then Ryan won, then Devin won. Like they had like 3 fights or something, but I think Devin won the last time they fought.
He's won the last 2, I think. They fought 3 times, and he's won 2 out of the 3. But that was over 5 years ago. It's a long time, and that was during the youth. I think the youth.
And it's sparring footage out there too, where Shakur Stevenson was whooping Devin Haney's ass, but shots to the body, stick and move, shots to the body. Tyson was whooping on Devin Haney's ass. That's my guy.
Yeah, he's probably the man. He's probably the man. Yeah,
that's my guy.
I'm not too familiar on the light. The ones I know, in terms of lightweight boxers and stuff. But as for Ryan Garcia, I know a lot about Ryan Garcia. I've seen Shakur Stevenson fight before. Yeah, so I know a little bit about it, not that much, but he's a tough dude. He's a tough dude. He's a tough dude. Tough dude. Yeah. Yeah, he's a tough dude, man.
Message.
Not only did Sugar Ray beat Durant on the second fight, he made him quit. It's called the No Mas fight. No Mas means no more in Spanish.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for Red Sun. I want you to watch it. But yeah, that is a big.
Too late. He already done told me. He made him quit. God damn. I really gotta watch this shit. I gotta see. I study this shit, so I gotta see exactly how he did this shit. And you telling me what he did, but I gotta see it. You know what I mean? He switched up the game plan. But then when he went back to his regular game plan, so Durant made Sugar Ray quit from the blows, throwing them blows.
No. Durant. Second fight, Durant. He quit.
The fight that Sugar Ray won.
Yeah. The fight that Sugar Ray won. The second fight. Yeah. It was too much. It was too much.
So he was frustrated. He like, oh, you're not gonna go blow for blow with me, and I can't hit you. He got frustrated.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
That's what I like to see. I like to see shit like that.
Oh yeah, prime.
I like to see
young.
I like to see shit like that. Yeah, I like to see shit like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
cause that's what Mayweather do, man. I mean, I don't think nobody ever quit it, but Mayweather, he stick and move, hit and don't get hit. That's the art of boxing. Hit and don't get hit. That's the art of boxing. And Mayweather did that a lot, man. And I feel as though the other fighters that get frustrated and they get so frustrated they do some wild shit just to try to score a punch, and then Mayweather catch you, bow. Then Mayweather get a knockdown or a knockout. And he did that with Hatton. He did that to Hatton.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Hatton.
He came in all crazy. Mayweather moved to the side. Whoop, bow, knockdown. Well, no, that was a knockout. Yeah. So
yeah.
Ooh, you told me that. Now I'm hyped. Message.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just popping back in again, man. You guys talking about boxing or what?
Yes, sir. This the boxing show, boxing talk show. News, boxing news, spurts. You read it on the bottom. We not the stereo app that have a topic, but be talking about some other shit. We talk about the topic, and this is a show. I'm gonna try to do this every. I don't know. I gotta set up a schedule, but we gonna make this a thing. And bro, you're invited to all my shows, man. You part of my shows. You be the host sometimes. We get special guests. Or hopefully one day we get some real special guests, like actual boxers can get on here and with their avatar talk. That'd be fire. You know what I mean? But this the beginning. This the start of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bless.
Message.
Bless.
Oh, no doubt, man. Message.
You know what is interesting, man, that I'm gonna have to revisit. So my trainer, I asked him who his favorite boxer was, and he said Duran. And I only, I'm like new into boxing, so I don't know too much, but I do know about the whole no mas. But I don't know what that has to do with. I'm gonna have to do my research. There's a whole documentary on it too, man. I'm gonna have to go check it out. But yeah, he says his favorite is Duran, and I actually looked up best boxers of all time or whatever, and Duran is usually like between 6 and 11, like out of 50. So that's pretty good.
Real talk.
That's decent.
Yeah, they called him a Fist of Stone or Hands of Stone because he's an incredible boxer, And by the way, he's Mike Tyson's favorite boxer of all time, because when they asked Mike Tyson, they presumed it would be Muhammad Ali, but he said no. He said Robert Duran because he was dirty like me. He came from the gutter like me, you know. And yeah, man. Oh, you've got to check him out. Check him out.
And I have someone to speak on this show. Gary Russell Jr. Anybody know about him? Why doesn't what's going on with Gary Russell Jr.? Why can't he get a good fight? Why can't he get a big name? Why can't is he all cat? Because when he tried to get a big fight, he was calling out Devin Haney, which I call right now the boogeyman for the youngins. Like with the young fighters coming up, he the boogeyman, except for Shakur. Of course, I already spoke on that. But Gary Russell Jr., when he came out with all this footage on YouTube, I want to fight. Yeah, put that money up. What Devin Haney do? I'm gonna call your bluff, man. Come on, I got the money up. My dad, my manager, he said, "What's up?" I want all the smoke. What happens after that? I ain't ready to fight on the 7th. I want to fight. You change the date. Devin Haney went on and got another fight at the date that he wanted to fight. If you so confident and you're ready to fight somebody, fight him on that date. And then, oh no, he overcharging it. Oh no, he want too much money. Or you giving me too. If you know you're the better man, take that, flip it. If you know you confident in that fight, win that fight, flip it, and now you the A side. So you make the calls, you make the shots. How beggars gonna be choosy? Come on, man. This is your time to get in the spotlight. You fighting Devin Haney. He got a belt. He out there. He a big name right now boxing with the young guys. What's going on with Gary Russell? Is he really just a bitch ass chump that ain't really trying to fight nobody? That poses a threat? Or he just, what is he doing? Like, and then he talking shit to Terrence Crawford. Bud Crawford, by the way, that's my favorite fighter right now. So we're going to talk about that. And Earl Spence and Sean Porter, we're going to get back to the 147 because we got a lot of good fights at 147 that we need to see. That got to happen. It got to happen. And with the politics and the way business go, it fucking suck. And I hate it. And I wish it was the 90s. Because in the 90s, Tyson fought Holyfield, George Foreman fought Michael Moore. It was big fights. Lennox Lewis, Tyson, Holyfield. Everybody was fighting everybody. All the big names was fighting each other. But now it seemed like, oh no, I want 50-50. I want 40-60. And all this shit going around is politics and managers. Oh, you on that side, we on this side. Come to this side of the field. You got Top Rank with nobody fighting nobody in Top Rank. We leave Top Rank, Bob Arum, and go over to PBC and fight these go over there and fight them. Leave Top Rank. Top Rank is shitty, and I hate the Zone. They shitty. They get pay-per-view, they get fights, and you can't even see it unless you get the ESPN app and all kinds of dumb shit. So I'm getting in my bag right now, but we're gonna get back to it. I was just asking, do you know about Gary Russell Jr.? What's going on?
Gary Russell Jr. From what I've only watched one of his fights, to be fair, and that was against Martinez, but that was about 2 or 3 years ago.
See, that's what I mean. His name not even out there enough for people to really know him, because he talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. So fuck Gary Russell Jr. Let's get off of him unless somebody in these messages got something to say about him. We're gonna find out right now.
The only criticism that I've heard of Mayweather is that like he'll go a whole fight like without trying to get hit. He'll go a whole fight trying not to get hit, and like he'll be real efficient. So like he'll throw like shots and he'll hit you, but he'll hit you with like 5 or 6 shots around. You know what I mean? And that's the criticism I've heard. And I've noticed that he's usually not on like top 10 lists of all time. I mean, there's a couple that have him number 1. Like there's one specifically that had him number 1 and Pacquiao number 2. But I mean, I appreciate him, man. He's 50-0. You know, he's obviously a master of his craft. You know, but I definitely have heard the criticism of Floyd that like he runs and he doesn't really like fight. But you know, that's obviously people who don't know shit about boxing too. So.
Exactly. That's the people that don't know. See, we could talk all day about Mayweather because that's before he retired. But sorry, I'm gonna say it like this: Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter today that's currently fighting. When Mayweather was fighting, he was the man. That was my favorite fight, Mayweather. I won a lot of money. I won a lot of money because everybody wanted to see him lose. So it was people that would bet against him, and I won a lot of money. Oh yeah, I got Mayweather. How much you want to bet? 50, 100, all over my everywhere where I work at. I won a lot of money. People I know, family. I won a lot. But we can talk about that. Or we gonna keep that one short. Cause Mayweather, bro. I'm gonna just say this, man. What you said was right. It's about hitting and not getting hit, and that's the sport. That's one of the greatest arts of boxing. To make your opponent look like a fool, to make him look like a clown. Oh, look, he missed that shit. Mayweather, one time somebody threw a punch at Mayweather. I forgot. I think it was Canelo. He threw a punch at Mayweather. Mayweather moved to the side. He moved his head like that. Then he looked over to the crowd, like he looked at where Canelo threw that punch at. That's where Mayweather was looking like, well, who you trying to hit? Who over there? Like who was you punching at? Like trying to play you like clown. That's the great thing. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. When you watching boxing and you see this guy, he ducked that, and then he hit you with that. Oh, this guy, that's skills. That is fucking skills. But Mayweather, he's the man. He's the man. He's the man.
Yeah, absolutely. I must add to that, and he's a grandmaster of defense, and I've seen some of the tactics, that defensive tactics displayed by James Toney, and he tried it with Roy James Jr. and it didn't work. It didn't work. So I have to give Mayweather ultimate respect for the way he honed those defensive skills. Incredible. No one does it better.
He took some. No, he definitely took. He did his homework, and I see that he took some tricks out of Pernell Whitaker's book. He took some little stuff out of Pernell Whitaker's book. The dipping, the way you dip in the Philly shell, the Philly roll, like that's where it came from. That roll, the shoulder roll he do, that's called the Philly shell. That's where it come from. You know what I mean? I'm from Philly, I know. Like I mean, that's a boxing tag. It's all in the boxing gyms. Anybody could vouch for that. Anybody know about that? You could talk about that too, the Philly shell. But yeah, Mayweather, he mastered all the moves, and he actually mastered the Philly shell, and he made it his own thing. Now, a lot of people that don't really know that much about the Philly shell, they know Mayweather. They know that Mayweather did it, and they know him for doing that move. And that was like his famous defense move, and nobody could not stop that move. And you know who took a piece out of that book? Canelo. Canelo do the same. When you at the Canelo fort, Mayweather, he became his skills just went skyrocketed. Like after he fought Mayweather, you just seen like you see certain shit that he do like that's something like Mayweather would do. Like Mayweather, that was a lesson. He got torqued. He got torqued that fight. When that was class. Mayweather torqued Canelo that fight, and Canelo he's been a beast ever since. He was a beast before, but he was younger. He's older, and he took some lessons out of that book, and he's vicious right now. Message.
It's funny that you say that. What's it, son? I'm gonna call you just son. But it's funny that you say that, son, because they actually asked Floyd his top 5, and he said, I think he said number 1 was Muhammad Ali, but number 2 was Duran, and then it was Pernell Whitaker. So I thought that was pretty interesting, right? Because like you would assume, like especially like me being a new fan, like I would have assumed, yeah, Muhammad Ali, Floyd, what, De La Hoya. Just because I don't know, right? Just I've heard of Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I've heard really good things about him. But the fact that Floyd had Pernell Whitaker and Duran in his top 5, wow, like that shows me, man. I'm gonna have to go back and watch for sure.
Wow.
Nervously Slayer, that's
It's funny how that name has been popping up since Duran's name has been popping up. Boxers are not related. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. And,
his name is popping up.
I'm sorry. By the way, it's Sons of Anarchy. After that, that drama, Sons of Anarchy, but I spell it differently.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. I just spell it differently, you know.
Sons of Anarchy. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Call you Sons.
I'm cool with that, man.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I also want to speak on 147. Earl Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford.
Wow, man.
Earl Spence. What you think about Earl? What you think about Terrence? And what you think about the fight that everybody? This is like the biggest fight. This is the fight everybody want to see. Earl Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford.
Wow.
Got anything to say about that?
Well, it's too hard to call because they're all great boxers. I think Crawford, for me personally, I think Crawford is probably slightly edgy. In my opinion, might slightly edge it. Might slightly edge it.
I mean, you never know. Any fight, we all just speaking what we think in our opinion or who we feel like will win. But at the end of the day, none of us know, man. A fight can change. A fight can change in a blink of an eye. We didn't think that Ortiz, whatever his name is, was going to beat Joshua. Nobody never thought. Nobody. That didn't pass. He got another tomato can. He gonna go through this, and we want to see him fight Wilder. Why he keep fighting these tomato cans? And what happens? That one tomato can knocked him out and beat him.
Yep.
So. And the fighting, you never know. It's that punch. Everybody got a puncher's chance. But me, I feel like how you feel, man. I got Terrence Bud Crawford, man. I got Crawford. He just need a big fight. He just need a big fight because his last fight was who? Kell Brook. What you think about Kell? You like Kell Brook?
In the past? Yeah, in the past, good boxer. I think his time is. I think he's peaked and plateaued. Yeah, he's peaked and plateaued. So
he's already been broken, literally. Yeah, he's already been broken. Both eye sockets.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was a good boxer. Yeah, absolutely. And it was a good test. It was a good test to see where he is, where he fits
where
in.
He is now.
In the modern,
exactly. If he can still do it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I love Terrence though. Terrence is a no nonsense. I like him. I like the way he conducts himself. He's a serious dude. He's a serious professional dude, man. He doesn't give away too much emotions as well. I feel anyway. He doesn't give that too much emotions as well. But he looks like if you cross him, he will make you suffer. He will make you suffer for it.
Who, Terrence? You talking about Terrence or Earl?
Yes.
If you cross Terrence, you definitely can't make. You can't make no mistakes with Terrence. You can't make no mistakes with him. That's true, man. I believe that, and I definitely got Terrence. See, my honest opinion, man, I got Terrence whooping his ass, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can all get on here and be like, "Oh, you crazy, man." Earl Spence said he the truth. This and that. I got Terrence doing what he did to Kell Brook to Earl Spence, my guy. I don't care what nobody say, but I think Terrence could do the job, man. I think he'll do it. See, what he did with Sean Porter, I like that. I like Earl for doing what he did with Sean Porter because he showed I'm gonna go blow for blow with Sean Porter. Sean Porter is known to come in rushing. Some people don't even like his style because he reminds you of a football player. He just trying to attack you. He just trying to he roughhouse you. Fighting Sean Porter is the ultimate test at 147 because that's going to show you how tough you are because he's coming in and he's going to be swinging. He's just swinging and trying to hit you. He switched the style up a little bit when he fought Danny Garcia. He switched the style up and he's I'm gonna box you. You see him back. You see him moving around boxing, like jabbing, moving, sticking. Like, oh wait, this ain't the Sean Porter we used to. We used to Sean Porter coming in, rushing in, just throwing punches, all wild and crazy, hit butts, whatever. But he kind of switched up, and that kind of messed Danny Garcia game plan up. Danny Garcia is a counter puncher, and he throw that crazy right that be fucking people up, or is it but listen. He said, "Oh shit, what the fuck is going on? Why he fighting?" So he had to switch up his game plan, and then Sean could just switch it. So Sean and Earl, I like what Earl did, but when Earl tried that, whatever Earl tried, all right, so with Mikey Garcia, Earl said, I'm going to show y'all that I could box. Mikey Garcia, he's a good boxer, right? They said, Mikey Garcia going to outbox me. Okay, I'm going to show y'all that I could box. Even though Mikey Garcia was the smaller guy, so we gonna put that in there, but at the same time, Earl wanted to show what he could do. But whoever he fight, he going to show that he could do that too. Yeah, I could do what you do, but even better. I'm going to show you a skill. You're going to bring out some more skill in me that I couldn't bring out on these weak fighters, tomato cans. But with Terrence Crawford, bro, I see that Terrence, it's going to be game plan. It's going to be skills versus a body snatcher. Earl's a body snatcher, but I got Bud winning with skills. But we got some messages. Hold on.
Hear amazing things about Terrence Crawford, by the way. Like I said, a lot of this knowledge that I'm getting, I get from my trainer. And I specifically asked him. I didn't even mention Terrence Crawford. I was like, what fighter? Because it's obvious that politics is, very prevalent in boxing. But what fighter has been pitted against, like, with the politics? The politics have been against them, and they just win, like, despite the politics being against them. And he straight up said it's Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford actually is top 2 pound for pound right now on a couple of lists that I looked up. And that's really cool, man. From Omaha, Nebraska. And I just really appreciate it, man, when, like, an athlete can transcend politics, man, because politics is bullshit, man. Like, there shouldn't be any politics in sports, man. Sports should be a straight meritocracy. If you're good, you win, and that's it, fight the best. But unfortunately, politics corrupts everything, I guess.
Shit, he used to be number 1 on that list. I know what happened. He not fighting nobody. But, I mean, you got anything to say about that, Sons?
Well, yeah. I completely agree with the whole Terrence Crawford. His skill set's incredible, and
switch southpaw orthodox.
Oh yeah, and he has beaten the Garcia brothers, not just one. He's beaten the second one as well. So I mean that's a big plus. Yeah. So I already feel that when it comes to him against Earl Spencer, he's gonna take it. I've got.
I think he's gonna take it early. I think Earl gonna come in with this confidence, like, watch, I'm gonna show them I could beat this guy. And Terrence, man, I think he gonna do some outstanding shit, man. I feel it, man. I feel like Terrence is just going to do some skillful shit, some real skillful shit, and something Earl never seen before. He gonna switch on him. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do southpaw orthodox. Oh shit, yeah. But Earl, they smart. He's smart. I know he's gonna train for that. He gonna fight orthodox fighters, southpaw fight people that can switch. He's gonna train. He's gonna train and get well conditioned for that type fight. But yeah, man, I got Bud doing some outstanding shit in that fight. And the thing that I don't like about where he's at, I'm talking about Top Rank and Bob Arum, that he don't never get his just due. And you know why? Cause they giving him these fighters that, okay, there's always something. Benavidez, he came in, he got shot in his leg. He came in with this thing on his leg. He beat a guy with one leg. You ain't proved nothing. You beat a guy with one leg. Kell Brook, hit both. Triple G broke one eye socket. That Earl Spence broke the other eye socket. Come on, man. He's done. He's broken. He was done for. We just wanted to see if he still had it. That you ain't proving point. He didn't prove himself at 147 yet. Who did he fight first? The guy that took Pacquiao. The guy that they said Rob Pacquiao. I forgot his name. The guy that beat Pacquiao, man. I forgot his name, but that was Terrence's first fight at 147, and he beat
the American.
I think he was from the UK as well.
But he can't be it's not Amir Khan, is it? No,
not Amir Khan. The white guy. He hold on, let me think. What's his name? Oh man, what's his name, man? I can't remember, man. But it was something with that, and then he fight Amir Khan, and Amir Khan don't got a chin. He a quitter. He a bitch. Amir Khan, man, he's a has-been, and I agree. I agree, man. I can't say no. He got one leg, but he's still. I can't say nothing about that because it's true. He fighting these people, and that's my problem, my guy. I'm still riding with Terrence Crawford, but you gotta leave Top Rank. You gotta leave Top Rank, man. If your next fight is mandatory, supposed to be Sean Porter. They offering Sean Porter $1 million. Sean Porter, I'm not taking that. I'm for Danny Garcia. I'm for Earl Spence. And believe me, he got more than just $1 million. So Top Rank, Bob Arum talking about Terrence Crawford, he's making me go broke. He's not a good promoter. He's talking shit about his own fighter. Leave. Why you gonna stay with this white? Why you gonna stay with him? He's talking shit about you. He's saying that you're not making him money. You're not doing your job. He's talking shit about. I forgot what else he said. He said a lot of crazy shit. And I'm like, damn, man, you still gonna stay there? And then Keith Thurman come over to PBC, and I'm hearing shit that Terrence Crawford might take his advice. Come on, man. I wanna hear these words out of their mouths. Hey, Terrence Crawford, get an avatar, get on stereo, and let's talk, man. I'm serious, man. We gonna make this show pop. But listen, why are you at Top Rank? Leave. Go to PBC and fight Keith Thurman. Fight Danny Garcia. Fight Sean Porter. Fight Earl Spence. Fight the fighters that everybody's wanting you to fight, though. You gotta fight these names, and then you can prove yourself. I want him to whoop Sean Porter's ass.
What do y'all think about Canelo? Speaking of all-time lists, there wasn't a lot of lists that had Canelo on there, as far as the best boxers of all time, but there was one that had him, top 40 or something like that. But I specifically remember him saying, I think it was after the Cotto fight, where he was like, the Canelo era is the best era because he fought everybody. Is that true? Has he not been, benefited by politics? Because I'm sure, he's everybody's golden boy. Everybody wants the Mexican fighter to be the star. Has he been protected by politics? And, and as far as fighting style, I really appreciate him, man. Golovkin, Canelo 1 was amazing, dude. A lot of people didn't think that was a tie. I thought that was a tie for sure, man, because
that was an amazing fight.
Canelo had some really good defensive discipline that, it doesn't wow the crowd, but the crowd should be looking for that, They should be looking for that.
No, man, Canelo was amazing, and that was an amazing fight. Triple G, part 1 and part 2. That was amazing. What you want to say anything about Canelo?
Well, yeah, I think he's one of the best. I definitely think he's one of the best. I watched the Talents fight and the Kovalev fight. Yeah, and I just think that probably one of the reasons why he's not mentioned yet is because of longevity. I think he needs more time to figure out those lists to prove himself. And that's all that's the only reason I believe that he's not on most lists. Yeah, you give it 2 or 3 years and a few more fights to prove himself, and I definitely think he'll be on those lists, man. But there's no doubt.
Man.
He stands out, man. He stands out.
Hey, man, I think Canelo, man, he should have been on it. He should be. He's not number 1. I think he should be number 1 on that list. I really think Canelo should be number 1 on that list. Cause if they gonna give it to anybody, give it to Canelo, man. Cause let's do history about Canelo. Let's think. All right, he fought Mayweather. All right, that was his only loss. Okay, he fought Danny Jacob. Danny Jacob is a good fighter. Everybody say that Danny Jacob actually beat Triple G and he got robbed from Triple G, but it was a close fight. I thought Danny Jacob won that fight, but it was a close fight, so I wasn't mad that it went the other way. I mean, it is what it is. Who else did he fight? Who Who else did he fight? Shane
Mosley. He's been Shane Mosley.
He fought Shane Mosley?
Yeah, but that was way back.
Oh, shit.
I'm sure that was like 2011.
He beat Amir Khan. He beat Amir Khan when Amir Khan was that shit. Like, oh shit, Amir Khan, he that. Before we found out he had a glass chin. But yeah, Amir Khan was the man, man. He was the man. He beat Amir Khan when Amir Khan was the man. That Triple G fight, man.
Which one?
Oh man. I love that fight because I hated Triple G because they was praising him the same way they was praising Lomachenko up, and he only had 12 fights, a 1 loss, and y'all put him number 1. He's the Matrix, and he's fighting people that's moving up in weight like Ramadan, whatever his name is, moving up in 2 weight classes, and you fighting these little guys, and he got overconfident in that ego when he fought Hernandez. What's his name? Damn, what's his name, man? I can't remember his name. But that guy, the first guy, when he caught him and knocked him down. Hernandez. I can't say his name right, but he caught him, knocked him down, because Lomachenko got overconfident. That's go back to that ego thing that we was talking about. Lomachenko got overconfident in that fight, got knocked down, and why am I bringing this up? Why am I saying this? Why did I bring Lomachenko? Oh, because Triple G. I'm glad that Canelo whipped Triple G's ass. It was a good fight. He didn't whip his ass, but I'm glad that Canelo won that fight and he won that second fight. But he was hitting Triple G with some shit, and that showed us. That fight showed us that Canelo got a hell of a chin, because it was this one punch that he hit that overhand, bang, and hit Canelo. You see the sweat and everything fly that way. I'm like, damn, Canelo took that punch, and he was like, still fighting. I don't know if it was the first or the second fight, but both of them fights, get Triple G the fuck out of there, because he kept ducking everybody and wanted to fight on small people. Like, he wanted Mayweather, he wanted, he cool with people moving up to fight him, but when one of my other favorite fighters, what's his name? Damn, I'm mad as shit. I can't say his name. Shakur Stevenson is his young boy. Shakur Stevenson, that's his young boy. And he was in a Rocky movie. He was in a Rocky movie. Not the Rocky movie, the Creed. It was Rocky, but the Creed movie.
The Creed.
Hey Razor, if you ain't here, you know who I'm talking about. Triple G was scared to move up and fight him.
Okay.
Huh? You said his name?
He's not British, is he? British, is he?
No, it's the light-skinned black guy, man. He light-skinned black. Somebody in these messages probably saying it in these audio. Let me see something.
Anarchy. Hey, not to take the conversation away from boxing, because I really appreciate listening to y'all. But Sons of Anarchy, does that mean you got a bike, man? Do you have a bike, like a Harley or something like that? I got friends that are that have Harleys, man, and man, those are some really nice bikes, man. Really creative, how you can customize them and whatnot. I'm just curious, do you have bikes But I also hear Sons of Anarchy is a great show. I haven't watched it, but definitely on my list of things to watch for sure, man.
Yes and yes. You should watch it. And I do have a bike. I got a Harley. Yeah. That's why I named it. Yeah.
Okay.
Check out the show.
Harley Davidson's.
Mm-hmm.
You in a bike club?
No, but I got a few friends of a few of my friends who like biking and everything. We like the life, Kind of like a
man.
But anyway, that's not.
So the guy I'm talking about, he retired undefeated. He fought Klitschko. Twice. You know who I'm talking about? He fought the Crusher twice. And in a rematch, he knocked him out with a body shot. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Let me see. What's his name again? What's his name again? I know you're talking about. Did he recently retire from boxing?
Exactly. And then he's doing a lot of commentary now.
Yeah. I know the guy you're talking about. Why? Fair skin dude, yeah, light skin dude with the light skin dude with beard, yeah.
Yup. You know who I'm talking about. You just can't say it. You can't figure out his name either.
Yeah, a couple guys. Yeah. But
if anybody know who we talking about, please.
Hey, and I don't know if this is true, man. Maybe you guys know about this, but apparently Canelo has a super middleweight title defense in Miami for February 27th. Have y'all heard about this? And if so, like, is that normal? Like, usually in the UFC, like when a fight happens or like a fighter goes through a fight, they like put him on a medical suspension. It really depends on like how bad they got injured. And I think when Canelo fought Callum Smith, I think he got out of that fight pretty unscathed. But I don't know, is that normal for a fighter to fight so quick back to back like that? Because he literally fought like a month ago, and now he's already back into a camp. I'm just curious to know.
Bro, I'm sorry, but it wasn't Klitschko. It wasn't Klitschko. Klitschko is the guy who fought. He's a heavyweighter. That's the guy that fought. We talking like we don't know boxing right now because we trying to think that this guy named Klitschko was the guy who fought Joshua. But they call him the Crusher, man. The guy that. Oh, I'm sorry. He was asking a question. What was he asking?
Yeah, he asked about Alvarez's Canelo's next fight. That it's sometime in Miami in a few months' time. Whether it's been formally announced and whether the boxers are whether there's a kind of like is it a normal thing for boxers to have a match very soon? Well, soon after their last fights. But
right after their last fight.
I haven't heard of this particular fight. It hasn't been formally announced. Yeah. Have you heard of Canelo's next fight in Miami? In the next I think May or June or something like that. Have you heard?
Oh, Canelo's next fight?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, but we're gonna talk about that and who Canelo need to fight and why is he ducking right now. But I got it, bro. It was Kovalev and Andre Ward. That's the boy.
I think you're muted. I think you muted yourself. Hello, I think I've lost reception or you've been muted. You accidentally muted yourself.
Hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Did you?
Yeah, I just got a little phone call. But listen,
okay.
So Andre Ward, yeah. See, so the reason why I was bringing him up, yeah, because Triple G, he was scared to move up. Andre Ward, fight me, move up and fight me. Oh no, he ducking all these motherfuckers. Canelo, Charlo brothers. He ain't ducking at Charlo brothers. But it's okay for these little guys to move up and fight home, like Kell Brook and shit like that. Yeah. So I didn't like Triple G for that reason. I was happy as shit when Canelo whooped his ass. I think that's the only reason why I was bringing that up. But Canelo's next fight, I don't know, but I'm just mad that he's not fighting Demetrius Andreas. I'm mad that he's not fighting the Charlo brothers, and he also I remember. So he asked the question about the politics protecting him, and he also have a franchise belt, so that says it all. Canelo also has a franchise belt. He has a franchise belt, and that's what I don't like. The Charlo brother was his mandatory. One of the I forgot what I don't know. The Charlo brother that at 154 was his mandatory. Why didn't he fight that fight? Why are you fighting? Who did he fight? Who did he didn't fight Charlo. He fought some tomato can. I can't remember. But I'm not taking nothing from Canelo because he fought some very good fighters. He fought Danny Jacob. He fought some good fighters. Triple G. Some others. He fought a few good fighters. I'm not taking that from him.
Yeah.
But then you got Sanders. You got Sanders. What's his name? Sanders. Some shit like that. He's a good fighter. I want to see him fight, but he took some drugs, and then something happened with him. He need to bounce back. Big Baby Miller need to bounce back. He took drugs. He need if Tyson could do what he did and bounce back. You know what I mean? Come on, man. If Tyson could do that, then Big Baby Miller could come back. If Tyson could do some negative shit, some sneaky shit about Big Baby Miller could come back, because he was supposed to fight Joshua until he got that drug test and it came back positive, and now he's out of boxing. We haven't seen him since.
I heard that he did it again. He was caught again. I mean, recently.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, recently. Yeah, after he had served his ban, he did it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, that's some messed up stuff because he would have another chance, but I don't know if he'll have another chance. I don't know.
Message.
So my trainer actually says that he knows Errol Spence and like he sparred with him, and he hates him, dude. He says Errol Spence is a huge asshole, dude. So if Crawford, Errol Spence is a fight that can happen, you already know I'm rooting for Crawford, man.
Wow.
Ooh, I wish Razor was in here, man. He's a big Earl Spence fan. he said he on the road. I think he on the road right now. I think he was doing Uber. I think he's on the road right now. But woo, man.
So what is Top Rank? Like, is that like a fight camp or is that like a promotion? And whatever Top Rank is, what is their competitor? Like, would it be Golden Boy? Would it be another fight camp? What is Top Rank exactly?
Top Rank? That's what would you call that? A promotional company? The promotional name. Their company. Their name is Top Rank, and it's the company of promoting fighters, and they got their own stadium and shit like that. Like I guess that's the best way to explain that. Just like PBC, they got the PBC fighters. You got Keith Thurman, you got Danny Garcia, you got Sean Porter, you got Earl Spence, you got all these. They all at 147. All these good fighters at 147 over there at PBC, and we gonna talk about somebody else too. And then I want to know Jerome Boots Ennis. He needs a mandatory. I mean, he needs a big name. He needs a big name. And I feel, I know he's about to get a name. He's about to be somebody's mandatory. I just need to know who. Is it going to be Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman and Enos? Cause I need to see Keith Thurman back too. We need to see Keith Thurman back. He need to get it together and come back. He only got one loss, and that one loss was against Manny Pacquiao. So we need to see him back, and we need to see Pacquiao come back too, and fight one of these guys, Earl Spence, somebody. We need Earl Spence, Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, and Sean Porter.
Absolutely.
I will say this about Canelo Triple G Part 1. At the time, I was living in Arizona, and from what I heard, Mexican fans are notoriously patriotic. They always root for the Mexican fighter. But I found myself hearing that the Mexican fans in Arizona were rooting for Triple G, specifically because Triple G fights like a Mexican fighter. So I thought that was very, very interesting because I'm well aware that Canelo is the golden boy of boxing. But the fact that the Mexicans were not being patriotic and they were rooting for Golovkin, that kind of blew my mind, and it made me a fan of Golovkin. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Canelo, but Golovkin, it takes two to tango, and that fight was special because of Golovkin. Both those fights were special because of Golovkin, So, that's definitely the fight that got me into boxing, was that one.
interesting, man. That's a good support.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
But you know,
Antonio Tarver.
Oh no, we gotta catch up. Yeah, we already came. It was Ward. He's trying to think of the name. We already came up. We already got the name.
Oh, y'all are talking about Andre Ward, huh? Or no?
Yeah,
I think he fought Klitschko, and he retired.
No, it wasn't Klitschko. It was Kovalev. They called him the Crusher. Hey, I got the names mixed up. You know what I mean? But you know, we all human.
Hey, could y'all tell me about the Charlo brothers? Because my trainer says that like if I get good enough, he can get me to spar with them. They're based out of Houston, Texas, but I don't know anything about them. Can you tell me about the Charlo brothers, man? What stands out to you about them?
I like the Charlo brothers. I mean, what I could tell you about them, so I'm guessing you in that weight class, 154, 160, up there around that weight class. What I could say about them, they nice, man. The one brother, the younger brother in the lower weight class, was it 150, 154? They good, man. I can't say nothing bad about them. They good. When the one get tested, man, he get frustrated. And if you got skills, like if you move around, if you don't stay footed, you move around a lot and you do a lot of dipping and punching. You got skills like that, you could get him. I think you could get him, man. If you got skills like that, I could see like somebody like David Benavidez, the big brother. What was Joe Benavidez? Which one for Terrence Crawford? Was it David? It wasn't David. It was Joe, right? Joe was the one for Crawford. The older brother, the one that didn't fight, the one that's in the higher weight class. I think he could beat the Charlo brother. I think Canelo. I think he could beat the Charlo brother. I'm just mad that he ducked him. Why just fight him? I think he could. So yeah, man, they good. From a 1 to 10 in boxing, I get about a 7 or 8. From a 1 to 10, I give them about a 7 or 8. They alright, man. But I got them. I don't know, man. I don't know. They alright, but I don't got them beating Canelo or Triple. I got them beating Triple J. I just don't like Triple J. But Benavidez, the older brother, I think that'd be a good fight. But y'all wanna bring something up? Anything else up? I'm about to end this. I'm gonna end this show unless y'all got something else y'all want. Any other boxers y'all want to talk about?
So is that including me? So is that including
me? Including you too. You the other host, including you too.
Yeah. I'm thinking now.
Any topics? Anything?
Are you familiar with Tyson Fury's brothers? He's got one or two or cousins. He's got quite a few of his family in boxing as well, not just himself. Who are he's got a brother that's in the heavyweight class as well. He fought last month. And
how did that go?
He won. He fights very similar. I'm trying to remember his name. He fights very similar to his brother. You know, the whole dipping, diving, and moving. The whole kind of like the Ali style and everything. I think the whole family have learned that. And that's their way of winning matches. I think. But, he's a contender in terms of.
He's new. What's his record?
I think he's only had one defeat out of 26 and one defeat. He's younger than Tyson. I try and get his name because his family is notorious because his father, his father went to jail for, I think, biting the nose of another.
Biting the nose.
Yeah, they're crazy. Those gypsies ain't no joke. They're no,
Sound like a Mike Tyson.
They're crazy people. They're tough. They're tough as
He took a page out of Mike Tyson's book. He said, "I'm not gonna bite his ear. I'm gonna bite his nose." It's crazy.
Yeah, they're a family of prize fighters. You know, knuckle. What do you call it? Knuckle. What do you call it? Knuckle boxing. Knuckle fighting.
Knuckle boxing. That's fighting without no gloves.
Yeah. That's their tradition. That's their tradition. That's where Fury came from. His father.
Paulie fought in that thing where he was fighting with no gloves. Paulie, then, did you see that? Did you ever see that?
Yes.
Knuckle fighting sport.
Yes. You know, that's funny. It's funny that you even said that now, because I'm thinking about the whole controversy. You know, the controversy of the gloves, and obviously not having that skill to fight without a glove. I don't know. I'm just saying some stuff, man. Don't worry. Don't.
And who's the UFC? Who the MMA fighter that Mayweather fought?
McGregor,
yeah.
That's another situation where skill trumps power. You know.
That was like skills versus that's boxing versus MMA. He couldn't use his feet. He couldn't tackle. He couldn't put him in a wrestling move. He could. They took a lot from him. It's vice versa. If they would have put Mayweather in that arena, in that MMA ring, and all the MMA rules then Mayweather would have lost. So would have just grabbed him and put his leg over top and did some crazy shit. But that was just funny. Mayweather last couple of fights was like, fuck that. I ain't losing my last couple of fights. I'm gonna fight some bum ass, like some tomato cans, expedition fights, little Japan guy. Mayweather crazy, man. He just want to get that money. And the name I was thinking about was Broner, the one that do all the dance.
Yeah.
Adrian, but that was earlier. Yup, that was the name I was thinking about earlier.
Yeah.
All that ego. You get that ego, overconfidence, and he came in to fight with an ego. He thought he was Mayweather at one point. He thought, he thought he was too pretty. He thought he was too pretty in that ring. Got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
I remember one fight. I remember one of the fights. At the end of one of the fights, I can't remember the guy he beat, but he was saying that he slept with his woman or something. He took his woman. He beat him, and he took his woman.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Man,
that was funny.
That's crazy. Adrian, man.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. The first time
he's a clown.
He's a clown. I remember the first time I actually saw him. The very first time was on YouTube when he was burning money in the toilet. In the toilet bowl. He put the money in it. This batch of money, you know. And he was burning it like you don't need that money. But I think you need the money now. Because he ain't making.
He's a clown. Okay, guys, since y'all are wrapping up, man, I do just want to say this too. Definitely appreciate you guys talking about sports on here. I mean, it looks like you guys are like relatively new to this app, and I'm sure y'all have noticed that like a lot of the conversations on here are about politics or about baby mama drama or like your favorite sex position or whatever. There's not a lot of sports talk on here, you know. So you guys are tapping into an untapped market. You know, so I really wish you guys all the success in the world. I definitely would recommend, man, following my group. It's hashtag Sports on Stereo. I mean, if you come on here and you search for sports on here, there's a good chance that you'll run into somebody who's talking about sports that's affiliated with Sports on Stereo. And yeah, man, it's a good family, dog. All we do is talk about sports. You know what I'm saying? So I'd love for you guys to introduce yourselves to that family. Maybe even follow the hashtag, and you'll find a lot of people to talk to about sports with, you know. So have a good night, fellas. God bless you.
Oh, bless, man.
Yeah, no, Slurry, before you go or anything, like, just follow me. I'm gonna follow you back, and you probably already followed me, but I was trying to click on your jaw while you was talking and hit the, but I couldn't find a follow button. Like, I am new to this, and man, just let us know. Like, you said you fight, you box, so let us know. Like, if you got any footage or if you got any fights coming up, and I'll tune in, man. I'll tune in and show some support. You know what I'm saying? And on your show, I come to your show and I talk whatever y'all talking about. I come and talk what y'all talking about. And if you could, and I share people to your show that I know that talk too. And when I start my shows, when I do my boxing show, if you know any other boxers that know they boxing and want to talk boxing, I mean, come and speak their mind on our show. I'm trying to build this, man. I'm gonna put these drones on YouTube and everything. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to take this to the next level, and then the next level, and then the next level. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to build this brand, be a Avatar Boxing podcast. You know what I mean? Whatever we want to call it. I don't even got the name that the name that I'm going to use yet, but I'm gonna come up with a decent name for it and do this. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna do this consistently. I'm gonna figure out a time, days and time. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every Friday, every Saturday. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna keep pushing it. I'm gonna keep pushing it, promoting it, and hopefully we get more fans, more people to interact and talk in here. And I'm trying to get this thing popping, man. At the end of the day, I'm trying to get this thing popping. It's a new social media platform. I am new to this. This is the future. This is some future shit. Now, next thing you know, they're gonna have avatars moving around in the neighborhood, talking to each other and all over. You already got the Grand Theft Auto where you walking around the neighborhood, free roaming. Now we just going all around talking to each other on here. We got podcasts, it's different topics. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's fun to me. I enjoy this. It's entertainment. Some of these rooms, different topics. I speak on all the topics. It's all right with me, man. So we working, man. We try and build it. So I mean, we gotta support each other. So I'm gonna leave that like that. Support each other. And sons, you too, man. Same go for you, man. I'm following you. You follow me. We gonna build this. You're officially part of my podcast. You're a part of the show. If you want to do a show on here, I'll support your show. I'll be part of that. That's how everything should be. That's how we all should be. Not being crabs in the barrel and pulling each other down. We should all help each other, lift each other up. You know what I mean?
Real talk, man. Real talk. Yeah, thanks, man. Nice meeting you, man. I know it was just by chance, and you happen to speak the same language I speak.
Nice meeting you, Avatar, man. Salute. Avatar to Avatar, bro. Yeah, nice meeting. And hopefully, I mean, if you got any Instagrams or YouTubes, I'll support all that. You know what I mean? You can click on my profile, my Instagram there, and like, I mean, I also rap. You know what I mean? So I might have a little rap cast on here too, like a battle rap, Avatar battle rap league. You know what I mean? Or talk battle rap. But talk about different rappers and all that. So I do that too. So yeah.
Cool.
It's all good.
Cool, yeah, man.
Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the UK. We coming back for them belts, baby. Real shit.
Come get your thing, man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, come on, Wilder. I mean, to this day. But yeah, man, this was a good show. Right? Yo, this was a good show. Hopefully next time I get more people on the show. I invited more people I invited more people that's in the boxing, but unfortunately I guess things happen in life. Everybody can't make it at the time it starts, but hopefully, we can just start popping. We just gotta keep moving, keep working. Hard work and dedication, you know what I mean?
No doubt, man. Same here. I've got a bunch of people that are interested in boxing that are part of our WhatsApp. I've got a WhatsApp group, and they're all about boxing, man. So, they'll come over and then they'll contribute, and yeah, man, it will definitely work, man. Definitely work. It'll work.
All right, yeah, that sound like a plan, man. Let them know. Spread the word. And we're gonna end this show and message. I don't got a podcast music or anything to play right now, but we gonna get to that. We gonna get there too eventually. But yeah, but message, we out of here.
Yo.
All right, man. Good talking to you. Peace.
You was on, man. Peace.